So the character is actually made up of three different sets of armor. One that is very used, the other one that is a bit more Paladin-esque, the golden armor in the middle, and the other one that are more knightly in a sense. And they're all based off armor that I saw in Elden Ring. So there's going to be a lot of like taking bits and pieces of those armor, just mashing them together. So for the armor that is pretty used up, the one that's the darkest on the screen, um, there is I'm most inspired by the I don't even know the name of that armor. Fingerprint armor, I think it's called in the Elden Ring. And so yeah, it's pretty much based on this. So I think I'll just yeah, I think I'll just block for today. Yeah, I guess let's do that. Cool. Cool. All right. Well, without further ado, should I start by the top? Hmm? Yeah, okay, all right. Let's do this. Let's do this. I like to place the arm in this position so that I can use the Z symmetry. Well, the symmetry in the Z axis. You put local symmetry, your symmetry in Z, you can actually still benefit from symmetry, even if it's not on the X axis. So blocking, always using the clay buildup. Dynamic Dynamesh, of course, as always. One of the best tools uh, since it's a creation. I was actually really lucky because I got into ZBrush pretty much when they created the Dynamesh. And when I'm using when I'm in blocking, I use pretty much the smoothing brush to make the hard surface elements, or to make the elements more hard surface, basically to clean their surface. It's a lot of the smoothing, and it's mostly that gives the that gives this feeling. Hey, thanks for the follow. Raffle 3D. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Sculpt Soirée. All right, that's pretty much a decent shape for this piece of armor for the moment, at the very least. Or maybe should it have a little bit more of a curve? Come on, around here. Something like this, I guess. All right. All right, now let's do the little plates. It's armor time. It is. Michael Yang, you're not late at all. Yes, let's hope nothing crashes today. Yeah, indeed. That would be pretty swell. For those who haven't watched my stream last time, that software pretty much crashed at the end, and I lost I don't know, like a 20, 30 minutes of work, which is not the end of the world, but on a stream of like 2 hours, it's a big chunk of the stream that was lost. I pretty much finished it right after the stream ended. I went back on the work and just plowed through it again. Didn't want to do it online though, because I mean, like repeating the same thing over. There's already a rewind button, and I'm not gonna rewind myself. So yeah, using a lot of orb crack or dam standard to make those make any type of like curves. And the meshes and everything. Ooh, we got a sub here. The Shadow Boy. Subscribe for 2 months. Thanks. That's really appreciated. Really appreciated. Alright, is that the curve that I want to give to that piece of armor? Maybe a bit too curved? So I like to not have like those two line like be super parallel. I mean they are parallel, like they follow the same kind of like curve intention, but they're not totally parallel like this. There's kind of like a tapering in it. It's gonna offer more dynamism. And let's go for another smaller plate. Plus when I'm gonna be like placing them, they're all gonna be like falling apart, so that's something else to take in consideration. Two next plates are probably of equal size. Let's merge all of that together. And to make sure it doesn't Dynamesh itself together, let's click on the group option of Dynamesh. I'm okay, Borsk 1K. Thanks anyway for your extreme generosity in the information. The bots have come. So that's kind of like the intention in the shoulder pad right now. If I look at it though, that's not really imposing. I wanted it to be like much more imposing than that. So let's add a layer here. Hey, another sub. That's cool. Mr. Really Real. Thanks for that. That's really appreciated. It's really, really appreciated. So yeah, let's make that armor much bigger than that. The idea behind the armor is that like it should kind of like feel just a bit too big for him. Um, since he's probably smaller than like a human. Like I see him probably like, well, kind of like in Chrono Trigger, I guess. Like he's probably like, I don't know, 4 feet, 5 feet, no, 4 feet tall, I guess. Something like that, I guess. I don't know. I would need to kind of like put a human beside him to really truly feel the scale I'm going for. But you know, I'm guessing something like that. It's kind of weird at the back here. I don't know if really the armor at the back would be like this. We'll see. We'll see later. I'll keep it like that for the moment. Do I like the profile and silhouette that it gives? Is it too much tapering? It might be too much tapering. Yeah, I think it's. I think I gave it like maybe a little bit too much. Actually, you know what? I'll record that on a layer in case I don't like the flattening I'm about to do. Maybe I flattened a bit too much. Yeah, 50% feel more. All right, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. So under this armor, what does he have? Probably I'm gonna only go for like belts or something like that. And at some point I'm probably gonna put some more complex buckles on those, but for the moment, probably to just like standard belts would probably do. Let's start by just blocking it like belts. So I'm actually just going to insert like a cylinder here. That's going to be my belt for the moment. I'm going to use Z Modeler just to remove a few of the loops. Hey Marco, a longtime fan of yours. Always great to see your new projects. Definitely one of my go-to artists to learn in from my own 3D career. Well, you know what? It's really appreciated. Thanks for the kind words. That's that means a lot. So yeah, thanks for that. Always happy to know that I can help as well. Oops. I see that's probably going to be enough for the we're going to need two straps. Is going to be one of them. Let's not repeat the action that made my software crash last time. which was to use the transpose line to copy a mesh. Let's use polygon by angle and polish by group to give some roundness back to this piece here. Maybe make the second belt a bit thinner. I'm going to figure out the buckles later. I can already just put a little dangly strap. Whoop. Maybe a bit too thick, I guess. Hi from Argentina, dude. Hey, thanks, Agu P. Nice to know that people are saying hi from this part of the world. Execute effects, he's the master we need. Please, please. So there's going to be a lot of like dangly straps and that sort of stuff. At some point. It's gonna especially look cool once we do the posing and there's some dynamism adding to it. Maybe I'll actually just fake a little something under the armor, like a leather thing. Maybe that's the the armor is resting on. Something of that shape, let's say. Oof. Layers. Hey, thanks for the follow. You know what? That one is gonna go away for the moment because it's very distracting. Actually, I'm gonna just put it at the back. Maybe we're gonna see it in a silhouette a bit now. Oh, there we go. I'll polish that later. I just want to have the shapes for the moment. All right, so let's keep it to that for the moment. Just found a video of a toad molting. Turns out they eat their molted skin. Yeah, who doesn't? Isn't that what everybody do? Or oops. All right. Oops, I do not need it on the other side. All right, so he's supposed to have a bit of an armor under him, like a leather armor that is somewhat visible from. I guess I'll should I model it now? Well, yeah, I kind of like need it for like the layering of the armor. So let's do that next. Let's use the little base body right here. He's gonna have lapels. This leather armor. It actually doesn't necessarily make much sense, but it's gonna add just a little like flappy detail at the back that is gonna be aesthetically pleasing, I think. I'm not going to make it all the way down because we're never gonna see that. So I think having it technically we might never see the back even, but just in case. Wow, that's a bit going crazy. Oops. Okay, weird. I should be alright for the moment. Hello, a question about your favorite software for texturing. Um, well, I mean, Substance is pretty solid, but it depends if you have like UVs and the topology and all that stuff. I find that Keyshot's pretty good when you're doing that kind of renders. Otherwise, I really like to poly paint in ZBrush actually. All right, so okay, why isn't that okay? Oh, come on. The fuck is that? Why is it? All right. Okay, there we go. Whatever. So this is going to be used for the lapels. I don't even know how much we're going to see from them, but you know what? At least they're going to be there. So yeah, this is a detail that I'm not even sure how much we're going to see it, but it's going to add like another layer that I can play with on top of having the scarf. There we go. So like that. Let's add the thickness now. Boom. There we go. All right, next, the scarf, I guess. There's a bit of like chainmail under his leather. Should be on top, actually. Don't know why in my concept I put it under. That's a bit ridiculous. Well, I don't think he's gonna get his head lopped off ever. Yeah, chances are that like could be hard to aim for that neck. Is vampire proof. Okami Eyes, hello. Nice for you to join. Could actually have a little bit of like that letter hanging a bit like this. Nice little additional detail. I'd like to have, yeah, I think I'll add like it's just going to be like a little detail we're not going to see much as well, but I'm going to add a bit of chainmail also. For the moment, it's just going to be a subtool with there you go. Yeah. So I think in terms of the layers, we're going to go with that. And the armor, I'm just going to need to kind of like show a little bit more of the layers under for better readability. I don't know if it's maybe worth it to already try to have somewhat of a chainmail feel to the this mesh here. I think I had like a nano mesh like a parameter that was actually uh, kind of like working well for yeah, let's just see. I just need to check something real quick. See if I still got it. Yeah, maybe one of those two here. Let's see. Let's give it a shot. Okay, so we're gonna try to use nanomesh for that. So I'm actually duplicate this in case I need to keep. Let's do this and let's Z remesh this thing. Hoping it's gonna give me something decent. Lower than that. Actually, yeah, let's try with this here. So, okay. Load brush. This is a like a chainmail thing with some thickness to it. So if I go here, create a nanomesh brush out of this brush here. So we're placing it on one of the thing here, and then we go into the nanomesh controls. There you go. Size 1. No, wait. I needed to choose the option single poly, polygroup all. There you go. It's a disaster. Okay, fit. I don't remember which one it is. Fill, fit, constant. I think it's just proportion. Maybe playing with the that one. There we go. Alignment. Align to long edge, short edge, long edge, near edge. Point order, random edge. Let's try long edge and let's reduce the size maybe. Short edge. Align normal. It's a bit of a mess in certain areas. What if I do fit? Fit long edge. Yeah, the stretchy thing is kind of like a problem, but it does fit otherwise. in most areas. But yeah, the stretchiness is uncool, man. That's the thing. You really have to have like perfect quads. And I'm not talking about going to the gym, but when you're using I am this is so fucking stupid. It's so fucking stupid. I'm, so- I'm sorry. It's getting hot here. Oh boy. I actually have quad exercises in my gym routine these days. Maybe someday I'll get the perfect quads. Huh? You never know. We never know. I guess so you know what I'm gonna do? Because I don't want to fuck around with that and waste time, I'm just gonna go with like somewhat like of a easy of a reasonably good result. Yeah, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna oh my god, that's so fucking gross around this area here. Yeah, I really need to have not that I want to redo my joke again, but I need perfect quads to really get that better. And I could fight for that, but for the moment it would be extremely stupid to waste time that. So I'm going to do that, but I'm actually going to control the mesh under to just try to get things to align just a little bit. I know at the end of the day, it's just kind of tease that there's going to be chainmail under here. And that should be more than enough. All right. So yeah, quads. Stupid. How do they do an animatable chainmail? How do they? You mean who's they? Oh, such a tease. Yes, Mr. Pistol Pete. It is the tease. Oh, I don't know. I think they sacrifice a virgin or some crazy shit like that. Okay, why can't I colorize? Huh. I don't use that often. Mesh color. Huh, okay. I guess it's fine like this. All right, let's go for the scarf now. The way that I'm thinking to get the shape that I want for this for the scarf, it's gonna be there's gonna be two levels to the scarf. There's going to be a bottom level. Actually, I should start should duplicate this and start on the bottom level. And the idea of the bottom level is just that it's kind of like a normal cape where it attaches. And this is basically how the cape attaches on the original design for his armor as well. Um, bu- 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 Switching my quads. Yes, yes. You're absolutely right. Can only be achieved by drinking goat's blood. Yeah, basically. Hey Marco, new to the stream. Your videos really helped me out with the hard surface and simulating mechanical parts. Used to go way over my head. Oh, that's cool. All right. Perfect. Happy that it helps you, man. Can you make this match dynamic? I will ignore that question. I know that you're fucking with me, my dear friend. That's the problem from having Pete on the stream is that like I know you're fucking with me, dude. And If I just brush off your question, I look like an asshole. Love you. Do you mean like how the chainmail move while the character is animated? So Marco's the man, bruh. I'll say really look out of my comfort zone. I'm usually doing fantasy stuff like that. Same here, dude. I can't wait to see this one, how this one turns out. Cool, yeah, absolutely, dude. So yeah, for the rest of the cape, it's gonna be such a placeholder to just have like this going like this here. It might even be like a distraction. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna revert, and I'm not going to do the cape. At least not part of the same subtool in case I want to get rid of it because it can get very easily a distraction in the profile of the silhouette of the character. This would be the tool I'm going to use for the cape. But the cape is like I'm not even going to use this mesh during the pose. Like this is absolutely like um, throwaway stuff. So I might want to have a little bit of the cape falling on his shoulder. So we already see that there's a lot of like interpenetration with the meshes. I'm gonna have to sort this out, make the layering work better. I'm just gonna wait to finish the top layer for the scarf first. All right, and the top layer for the not scarf, but I'm not gonna do it exactly like on the original concept for him. It's gonna be a bit different. Let's see what the chat is saying. Alright, Pete, tu m'enverras ça en privé. Ça a l'air intéressant. Hey, thanks for the follow. Alright, and this one is actually this part of the cape is actually going to be very inspired by the look of the vagabond cape in Elden Ring. You should, Pete, you should. It's a time sinker, that's for sure, though. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. What tool are you talking about, Pete? Yeah, thanks for the follow. Pete. Oh my god, man. Stop trying to make me look like an asshole. Hi Marco, does Cosmos not hire junior artists or do you need more advanced? We sometimes we hire junior artists, but it's the circumstances are very special. Plus, we have to see like a lot of potential in you because yeah, I mean, Tobias Mason has a certain level of there's a certain bar, certain quality bar to maintain the reputation of the studio. But we are more than happy um, to have some junior with high potential with us for sure. Thanks for the follow. The tool that you use to shave the sides of the cave. I don't know. I don't know what you mean. Sorry, dude. What is that madcap? Looks like clay-ish. Oh, it's just a basic material. That's in the library. That's one that's actually called basic material, which is not an insult. It's so basic. What Marco is implying is that you need to get good for him to consider someone. What he said, I mean, you gotta know what you are comparing yourself against, you know. Sup, chat. Hello, Jack Kennedy. I'm working on it. 2 hours ago, all this sculpt consisted of was a round ball. Dude, no. No, it's not 2 hours ago. 3 modeling, the epic frog sunglasses. Yes, indeed. Object boy. Rule number 1, don't compare yourself with others, but rather with yourself. Ah, there you go. Wait, hold up. This is actually my boy from Chrono Trigger. Yeah, it's Frog. Making a frog in the world of Elden Rings. Elden Ring. I guess I'll need to work very hard to get this level. I think to a certain degree, you kind of have. Thanks for the follow. Yeah, this is ZBrush. Sorry, Peter Falk. On se parle en privé, I guess. Mobile kind of teeny AF. Can see the text very good. Yeah, for sure. Get good at looking. It's fun because so far with all the colors and everything, it has also somewhat of a Bloodborne feel to it. So that's kind of fun. Pete, I'll never trust you, but I'll always be your friend. No, I'll always trust you, but I'll always stay on my guards. Yeah, and I'll read the save for sure. How long did I work on this already? I don't know. Don't remember. I'm working on it only on Wednesdays. From Software, kind of remastered. Yeah. Pete, don't listen to Pete. That's not true. Only 2 hours. No, it's not only 2 hours. It's a lie. It's not that. Stop. I wish it only took me 2 hours. It's incredible that people are here spewing lies to make me look better. Thanks for the follow. Just like the cake, it was a lie. Yes, indeed it was. Margot has the best jokes. Thanks. Don't talk like that on a sculpt. You probably paint the character. Well, I probably painted this, like the skin part. Yeah, like you can see the. If I go in flat mode, it's just that so far for the poly paint now. ZBrush doesn't have rigging. Rigging in ZBrush is like trying to eat soup with a fork. Yep, pretty much. It's like, oh, you'll get something, but you might be Not really happy with the process and the result. But that being said, posing a character in ZBrush for like a one-time pose is absolutely doable. It's how I pose all my characters. If you're interested to see some more of my finished characters, at the bottom of the screen, like here, you have my links. Those are the Chaos Masons link, my company, and these at the bottom near that frog butt, yeah, right there, close to the frog butt, or my links. Or you can go also on my channel page, and I posted like a few links there. There's basically a link that says Marco's links. If you click on that, you'll get to a Linktree page with a few of the places to follow me. So same goes for Chaos Masons. But yeah, if you go on my ArtStation page, you'll see there's a lot of my characters there that are actually all posed, and it's all done in ZBrush. It's just that it's not really like rigging; it's more like manually posing. I'll figure out later. What is this mess of rope? Yeah, there's also my only fan. Interesting. So it seems like you can't really avoid Maya to 3D animate. I guess, yeah. Well, I wouldn't be able to answer that. Yeah, the froggy cod piece for a second. Yeah, I know. I kind of pulled on the mesh at the back by accident. 9-inch hammer cod piece. I've never used poly paint before. What's the difference between substance painter and poly painting in ZBrush? Well, there's so many difference. Poly painting in ZBrush is just an albino albedo. I mean, sorry, albedo or diffuse or whatever, and then substance. It's all the materials and everything. It's a pretty hard question to answer. It's very, 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 very different. But basically, the short answer is in ZBrush, it's just basically like a color without a material or control on the material, and in substance, it's all of the control. No mat caps. So Canada, yep. Thanks, Jack Kennedy. Um, yeah, that would be insane if ZBrush had a material painter for sure. Yeah, exactly. ZBrush is only painting vertex color, basically. You can transform your vertex color into a texture on a UV, but the utility is a bit limited for sure. No? All right, so we got a good couple of the pieces here for the upper body. Well, that's cool. Yeah, thanks for the follow. All right, there's a bit more life in the lapel with that. We're gonna make. Thanks, 70. That's much appreciated. If I had $6,000 to blow, I'd just get a mocap suit, to be honest. Yeah. All right, all right, all right. Hmm. Okay, let's continue with placing some of the ropes on the body here, just to get a bit of that visual noise. Whoops. That should be all right. Will you sim the cape later in MD or just in ZBrush? Well, you know what? For the amount of time that I like to spend on sculpting, I got actually results that I was pretty happy just using ZBrush with the cloth hook brush. And so yeah, I'm kind of like more tempted to try to get it done with ZBrush actually than rather than posing the cape in Marvelous. Like Marvelous, the one thing that I find that ZBrush doesn't have that Marvelous has, that's for me that for me is really important, is just like the gravity, everything that's like about like really gravity. And so far right now here, there's nothing really that's affected by gravity. And the cape, so you could say, okay, yeah, but the cape is affected by gravity, but at the same time, the cape is really affected by like wind, especially in my concept here. And maybe it's just me that doesn't know how to do it, but I just have really a hard time with just capturing like a certain dynamism in the cloth with Marvelous Designer. So I'd rather just like sculpt the dynamism that I want in ZBrush and use the cloth the ZBrush cloth hook brush thingy to kind of like get somewhat of like a movement or dynamism if needed. This is how I made the capes for the Four Horsemen. Like if you go on my website, um, this is maybe not the best shot. Or actually, you know what? Let's start with the death. So, like the cape, like I really, really wanted that shape for the cape with like those like kind of like wings thing at the back here, going here. And I don't think I would have ever been able to get that in Marvelous. This is really the shape I was looking for. So yeah. So for one, yeah, that's the thing. I don't know if I got a image that doesn't move of the back of the character. Yeah, it's a bit harder to it's a bit hard to see. But and does she has a like a cape or a movement thing? No, not really. Yeah, you don't really see the cape. I guess they're really just in the 3D version. So yeah, like I really wanted to have like this shape for the cape. So to get like the kind of like folds and stuff, I just got them in the cloth with the cloth hook brush, and it kind of like worked pretty well, I find. Like I'm happy with the results. And so yeah, like on this character, like maybe like get the pants. Not even like I'm not even sure actually. Look at the bagginess of the pants. Huh? Um, Thanks, Ray. That's appreciated. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's controls in MD. I just don't know. That's the thing. I just don't know. Um, the turntable is made in Keyshot, actually. But turntables are absolutely doable in ZBrush as well. There's a little plugin I got called Ryan's Tools, and there's something here that's called Easy Turntable. It's pretty good to make turntables. Well, actually, you know what? I'll show you. I'm working on another project, my Archangel. Some of you have seen it, but it's pretty good for doing turntables as well. So, I mean, it's a simple thing. There's not really any like render or anything, but that's a turntable made with the software the plugin I was talking about for another of my model. So you can really define the zoom, and then you just have your turntable. I always make different zooms for my characters. Thanks, everyone. Yeah, the Archangels is the project I'm working on right now. I'm working on the third and final model for this group. So, yep, I'm somewhat sometimes in the summer I'll make some neat renders, and I'm gonna do like an official release of this project. Thank you, Keizu. Yeah, working on robot characters and that sort of stuff is very time consuming. Very time consuming. So once every blue moon, it's fun to go back to doing something medieval. Would you rather work for ILM, Weta, or Blur? I guess Weta? Yeah, Weta. I guess actually, don't want to publicly choose one over the other. No, I don't know. I'd say Weta. But I mean, they're all awesome companies. I guess just because of, I just remember more having seen stuff from Weta that, like I resonated with, but at the same time, I mean, I'm sure I'm forgetting about like an awesome project that ILM did, or or Blur. Well, I mean, I worked for Blur, so that's kind of like why I'm. Actually, and it was really great, by the way. I really like my experience working for Blur. Like people were really cool, and it was a nice thing. If I was more available, I would still work with Blur again. It was a nice thing. Hey, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Let's grow this army. Oh, by the way, that just made me think. I'm about to launch a Discord server for the Chaos Masons community. So I'll be like announcing that on a stream at some point or posting it on my social media. So for the moment, just like I said, go on the links at the bottom here or at the bottom here, and just follow everywhere what I do or what Chaos Masons, my company, does, and we'll announce it there with the links for the invitation for the server. And yeah, so I'm just working on the finalizing, just adding some bots and making it like all neat and presentable for the rules and stuff. But and yeah, and it's going to be beta for a little bit, just like experimenting on the format and what I want to do. Like, am I going to mute a few channels? Am I going to make it like accessible? Am I going to make it accessible sometimes? And basically, the idea is just to gauge a little bit of like what the public wants and responds to. So yeah, I'm thinking of like putting just like some like a place for people to share their artwork, a place for asking for comments, a place so I can actually just simply let people know when new things are up, either like new art or new merch, or if I need stuff for people, if I want to give stuff to people, random discussions, blah blah blah, that sort of stuff, all fun stuff. So yeah, yeah, something like that would be nice. Thanks for the follow again. And yeah, basically, and the idea is that it's just especially for the community to be able to talk to each other, and for the like me or Cedric or people responsible for the Chaos Masons community like pop in once in a while, help people with stuff. I don't know. Like I said, it's gonna be new, and we're gonna figure out together like how it can actually be fun and useful and that sort of stuff. So if there's any, and there's also going to be like a suggestion channel for people to actually like throw in their suggestions because I'm pretty new at that. So I'm actually absolutely welcome to suggestions. Any date on the lunch? Well, I mean, I was hoping for it to be tonight, tonight, but it's. I'm sure Mo that like you were not surprised to know that like we're pretty busy at work, so I didn't get time to really finalize it. Also, I am going to be missing the two next streams for the next week and the week after. Because the next week I'm going to a wedding, and the week after I'm going on a business trip. So I won't be able to do the streams. So the lunch will probably happen in the middle of that, or sometimes after when I come back. We'll see. We will see. Yeah, fun as well. Fun as hell. Uh, Loving this fantasy character, man. Discord sounds great too. Cool. Good to know. I Yeah, I never really thought about it, and now that I'm thinking about it, I think it could be like a great thing. So yeah, I'm looking forward to start this thing. If I made a character like Epic Frogo, I would not hate my life as much. Jesus. I'd love to be able to share some of my work there. Yeah, like I said, it's people could absolutely advertise their stuff. I mean, like I will probably always look at everything, not necessarily be able to comment or give critique all the time, but at least looking at it. So if you want to share your art, that'll be a place to do it. I want to be people to be able to be active on the server and yeah. So yeah, of course there's a finite amount of time that I have in my days, but I'm sure that like I can pop in once in a while and just try to answer people's question, make them happy, etc., etc. Won't moving these ropes mess with the thickness or the brush size big enough? It doesn't. Oh yeah, it's missing with the thickness, absolutely. But at the end, I'll. Okay, so to answer your question right now, it'll mess up with the thickness. But at the end, what I can do is, I'm just gonna clone it here for a second. Um, you just go in Z Modeler. You just put like a different poly paint on one of the ropes, and then you choose your rope brush, and you just drag the pen and then click shift, and it recreates another one that is of a perfect thickness and everything. Then you just have to find the correct size. So 28 is probably too big. Thanks for the follow. I think 24 is going to be good. And to be able to be inside of it, you just use the depth mask like this. Just find the right depth. And it'll basically be like on top of it. So it's practically there. Anyway, that's the theory behind it. So that's why really I'm not really bothered that I'm messing up with the thickness right now. Like I'd rather find the correct line flow and destroy the mesh and then redo it cleanly. Can't wait to share memes. Hey, it'll be a place for that as well. Great tip. Hey, no problem. I may or may not be copying Kingdom Heart on Obsidian. Okay. Pro tip. Yeah. Indeed. By the way, for those who are wondering what kind of music I'm listening to right now, I am once again listening to the soundtrack of Nier Automata. And I don't know, I just really feel the vibe because it does have somewhat of like a Celtic vibe to the music, I find at time, especially like the world, the overworld song. For some reason, kind of fits with my the work I'm doing right now, I find. Well, there's no soundtrack for Elden Ring on Spotify. I guess there's probably one on YouTube, maybe. But yeah, next time probably. It's just I'm always using Spotify. I think the main song is there, but having it on loop could drive me crazy. I'll duplicate the knot for the moment. Hey, thanks for the follow. All right, let's play with fire. Let's do the maneuver that made my ZBrush crash last time. There we go. Didn't crash this time. I hope I didn't stress anybody too much. Guts theme. Yeah. Yeah, I thought of actually making Frog Berserk instead of Frog Elden Ring. That was one of the thing in my idea box. Oh no, the sword is going to be done later. Good point, Jack. All right, so we're basically finished with the upper torso. The upper torso, sorry, the torso. I'm looking at them, there's not really anything else. The next would be what comes under the armor, but there is also the gauntlet that I haven't done yet. So yeah, because the rest is going to be like what comes like the pants and under and whatever. You know? So maybe yeah, tackle the gauntlet, at least the blocking of it. Okay, don't need the other save when I just saved. All right. I have this mesh hidden in the armor. I can subdivide it. Kind of like making it appear on top here. And really get the shape that I desire. Just give me a sec. All right. Yeah, if the princess kisses him, it's probably Godfrey. Cool idea, amazing pineapple man. Guts is always cool. Okay, so now the thing is that oh, thanks for the follow. The thing is that he only has 3 fingers, and the same way that I made the glove made by hand, because he has 3 fingers instead of 4, I kind of like have to account for that for the piece of armor for him as well. So this means that like he would have taken a piece of armor that is from a semi-giant and remove one of the fingers from the metal. But you could like, yeah. So okay, I know what I'm gonna do. So like for this like knuckle piece here, it's gonna come in like with 3 knuckles. But I'm actually going to have the side of the metal here feel like it's been ripped off. And that's where like the 4th knuckle would have been. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Okay. Once I'm done with the blocking of the gauntlet, I'll probably put it in an orthographic view just to make it symmetrical. Or probably finish the gauntlet in symmetry. Yeah, storytelling, exactly. I hold a sword with 3 fingers is a difficult job for sure. Yeah. But he has a good grip. He has a good grip. Oh, by the way, AJ1460, thanks for the subscription. That's pretty cool. Thanks. I didn't hear the jingle. I think I was just too much in my head. I do 2D print. Kind of sucks for articulated joints, but just need to show that I can do it. So the ZBrush have actual textures in it, or just texture painting? Um, well, it does. It has polypaint. Hidden blade may be better for doing as need. Yeah. Do you think the stager tool has helpful? Not really. No. No, I don't. I don't find it helpful. I find it too complicated to use. So unfortunately, yeah, I'm not using it. School Frog, thanks. Genie Bezial, thanks for the comment. You can transform your polypaint into texture map if you have UVs. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And you can create automatic UVs in ZBrush. So all in all, it can be pretty useful actually. Too bad you cannot play Elden Ring with those hands. You can play Elden Ring with just 3 fingers. I'm sure you can do it. Thinking of having even some of like the phalanges of the armor missing. That's not a good attitude. Rock can get one of those adapter that turns controller into arcade joystick. Yeah, there we go. It's got the tongue. He does. Yeah, I use the macros exactly. Yeah, if there would be animation, that would be a good animation. Amazing pineapple. There's a YouTube vid of a guy beating bosses in DS3 with just voice command. What? What? That is what? I never saw that. That is crazy. I'd love to see somebody beat bosses in Dark Souls with the DDR interface. I'm sure it would create a pretty chaotic dance. They did? Well, there you go, huh? I guess that everything's been done, eh? Yeah. All right, so I pretty much have all the elements on this gauntlet. I just want to really work the shape and the lines correctly. Mhm. Hey, thanks for the follow. A rock band drum set. Sweet. It would be really funny that like we discover that to actually like beat like a boss in Dark Souls with like a drum set, there's actually like some songs that are better than others. Like if you just do like the drums for Master of Puppets of Metallica, it's actually like the best song to beat like fucking Aldrich. Like for some reason. And like to beat the beat the Nameless King, it's actually the drums from the Yellow Submarine song from the Beatles. Do I plan to taking this to Game Res? No, I don't. I'm just doing that for just for fun. So just doing like a model in 3D and doing a render of it. And if I fancy it, maybe I'll print it. I'm really big into printing stuff. It's really what I like to do, collectibles and whatnot. I don't really have the time these days to do it, but it's really what really floats my boat the most. Do you ever use Sculptors Pro and blocking shapes? Nah, always just ZBrush. Apparently Chrono Cross already got a remaster and they're in talks to remaster Chrono Trigger. News up February, missed the news. Remaster of Chrono Trigger, huh? That's one of the things I really enjoyed about ER, the audio experience. Same with Returnal. Yeah. Like in Metal Gear 1, I beat Psycho. Metal Gear Solid 1. You beat Psycho Mantis, you need to put the joystick into second slot. Yeah, Kojima always has those like crazy things in his video games. It's pretty fun. Secretly working for Square Enix remake. You can admit it. We won't snitch. Hellblade 2 seems like it's gonna be the prettiest game in 2022. I haven't played it though yet. Yeah, Hellblade was fantastic. I played it as well. So progress tonight. Thank you, Sir Pete. Elden Ring. Yeah, well, that was one of my best games for a while. It all started with a ball. It always starts with a ball. The way that I see it, where his gauntlet stops at the fingers is on a joint plate because he doesn't have like the tip of the finger that goes all around because the finger is too big. So he just uses like the parts of metal that are more like a just a plate. That's the idea behind it. Hmm. I made a mistake right there, me. A calculation error. Yeah, that's more like it. Lets it save. Yep. Lets it save. There you go. I think Michael, you have the same PTSD as me from last time, eh? Same here. Same here, brother. Yeah, at some point I'm gonna have to work on all the ornamentals that goes with the glove and everything. Probably gonna be something somewhat ornamental. There's a lot of like ornaments in Elden Ring, so for the moment, let's not go into the ornaments necessarily, but eventually, yes. So I'm thinking of like having something those floral things like this. I just said that I will not go into it, and then there you go. You see me? A fucking liar. Lying piece of shit. Thanks for the follow. Even if I lied. Yeah, hitting the 3 hour mark. Well, I mean, I finished the gauntlet as well, so it's pretty much a good time to, it would be a good time to finish the stream. Why so sad? Yeah, thanks for the follow. Well, yeah, that's pretty much like the shape I would go for. The gauntlet and everything. That looks decent. Something like that. We'll be able to work on it later. Alright, is there anything that doesn't have a material assigned to them? Thanks for the follow. There you go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You like the shape of that thing? Do you like the shape of me? And I'm not trying to be sexual, I'm just making a reference from the song. Alright, alright, alright. Well, at this point, we have blocked the upper body. I'll just need to do the lower part next time. And yeah, that character is going to be blocked. I'm gonna then decide what I finish, what do I complete in high poly before the posing of the character, and what do I do after. Yeah, like everything that has somewhat of a symmetry, I might actually complete them in T-pose first. Just really try to kind of cash in on that symmetry. And then I'm gonna pose and finish the rest. Yeah, that's how I'm gonna go at things. But for the moment, that's the blocking. That's the blocking. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, Marco's tired. Marco is tired. Epic meme. All right, well, that's pretty much the end of it. I'm tired. I need a tea to do. Well said, Pete. This is a joke only for French Canadians. All right, cool. Yep. So that's it. That's it. Did I just save? Let's let's double save. Double save. All right, cool, awesome. Well, that was a good one. It was a fun one, like usual. So yep, 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 yep. Great, awesome. I guess that I will end this here, and we will see each other in a near future. Actually, no, that's not true because I'm not going to be able to stream for the next 2 weeks. So yeah, no, exactly. 2 weeks interruption, and then we're gonna start that again because yeah, like I said, I got some stuff to do. So yeah, and I wish I could just like do it like another day, but it's just like my 2 weeks are going to be like intense. So so yeah, there's going to be a small interruption there. So hopefully we're going to have the Discord server that's going to start soon enough. And once that the Discord server is up, join everybody. Join. Let's party. I'll make sure that like there's announcements for when I'm up, that sort of stuff. Yeah, exactly. So all right, cool. Let's call that a night. Thanks for joining this Sculpt Soirée. It was great to have you here, and I guess that we'll see each other on the next one. Well, take care, everyone. Ciao.